What is going on YouTube? It is your boy SuperJirachi here, back again with another Pokemon Showdown live commentary. And today we're in the Ubers tier, because I had a mon that I wanted to showcase or use or something like that. And the mon was Rayquaza with Airlock, and it's anti-lead Rayquaza for opposing Primal Groudon lead. What it does is, remember Rayquaza has Airlock as its ability, okay? So what Airlock does is it cancels out Groudon's its Desolate Land, its Drought ability, right? Which stops water attacks, and then we can hit it with a Surf. Turn 1, KO the Groudon with max special attack. It should KO most forms of Primal Groudon, and then if we can ohko the best mon in Ubers turn 1, I'm pretty sure we have a great chance of winning the game from there. So we have Lead Rayquaza with Focus Sash, and then we have standard mons to accompany him. We have Primal Groudon of our own, 2 attacks with Stealth Rock and Swords Dance. We have Power Herb Xerneas with Geomancy. We have the Ultra Necrozma with 3 attacks Calm Mind, max speed of course. Choice Scarf Kartana to just hit hard and make sure we don't lose to stuff. And Mega Lottie for Defog. This team is really weak to, I would say Marshadow is pretty weak to, it's weak to a bunch of things because it doesn't have any like doesn't have any weird status moves or any like reflect, any sort of tricks. It just hit hard and worry about everything else later. So right here we have a possible lead Groudon, but it looks more so like lead this what is it called, Deoxys. So at that point I believe we would want to lead something like Laddie, possibly, because it's definitely lead this. I think Thunderbolt and a Draco will definitely KO him. If nothing else, it'll hit something really hard. What is my switch into Lele? Lele is very difficult for this. So I think we found something else that we're weak to, didn't we? Oh, he wants to lead Groudon now? That's insane. Why would you lead Groudon now, man? I'm upset. I'm really upset. But we're going Rayquaza anyway. We're going hard Rayquaza. Go ahead and stay in, buddy. Please stay in. Just let me hit you. Yes! And there it is. There it is. Airlock Rayquaza. We didn't lead with it because we have no stones. But we still pick up the KO there. And that's exactly what I wanted. Couldn't ask for anything better, could I? And we can even overheat this, can't we? We can definitely overheat this because this is a threat. Like, we don't want to have to deal with this Lele any freaking more at all. So we're going to overheat this. As we have our Sash. We live. Don't get us Attack Drop either. Excellent. And Rayquaza putting in some work right now. We don't take Moonblasts very well. You would be Scarf with this, wouldn't you? I think so. Don't quote me on that. So, and since the Groudon's gone, it opens up a door for our Xerneas, doesn't it? So, I believe we can just Geomancy up and win immediately. Like yesterday. That's really good for us. As soon as we get up rocks for the Deoxys, of course. As he's done his job. So I believe we can let Rayquaza have a nice rest, can't we? So we're going to go Groudon. Set up those rocks I was telling you about. Also pressure the Lele whenever it decides to come back in. Groudon fan. That's hilarious. This is his name of his Kyogre. That's funny. So anyway, I believe Lottie is the play. It doesn't really beat anything except for maybe this, and it doesn't even beat this because it's gonna take, it's gonna take 10 million from that. It's gonna Mega and Roost because we're faster than this. As his Ice Beam, does it KO us? I'm not even sure. It doesn't, but it still does big damage to us. I'm not worried about his rocks. I just need my rocks up. As we'll Draco does more, right? Draco definitely does more. So we'll drop a Draco on him as he KOs us with Ice Beam most likely. Yep, that's fine. And I believe actually I think Necrozma might be the play. You wouldn't be max speed Kyogre, would you? Alternatively, we could go Kartana and just Leaf Blade, because that invites in Yveltal, which is just setup fodder for Xerneas. So we're actually going to do that. And we're going to Leaf Blade, and if he brings out Yveltal, well, whatever, that's fine. I think we just win the game after that. As he gives us the Kyogre, which is very good. Exactly what I wanted. And Yveltal comes out, and we're just not going to worry about that. If he KOs us, then I think we win. I think we win the whole entire game after that. As, I mean, this is going to do damage. This is going to do damage anyway. As Foul Play comes out, that's fine. And Xerneas comes in. Xerneas clicks Geomancy. I think Xerneas wins the game. Actually, we don't have enough speed for Lele, don't we? We don't have enough speed to outspeed Scarf Lele, I want to say. So we'll just Geomancy up, and I don't think he's going to stay in at all. Yeah, so he just goes Lele right now. I mean, we definitely live from here, even if we outspeed you or not. So I think we need to put more speed for Lele. I just used the first set that Showdown had recommended to me, as he's either not Scarf or my math's bad, which either or is definitely likely, and we KO it there, and that might be the whole entire game. That might not even be half the game. Moonblast. Ooh, doesn't pick up the KO. That's fine. That's very funny. But I mean, he Calm Minds there, disrespecting the Xerneas right there. So we pick up the game right there, and that's really good. So you saw what Lead Rayquaza did. It KO'd that, and that's a threat too, by the way. Don't ever think that Mega Groudon's not a threat, especially to this team. So that was very, very good for us. Lead Rayquaza putting in work, even though it didn't lead, but still leads in our hearts, doesn't it? So I'm happy about that. Very, very, very good. As we'll pick up another one. Yeah, so here we have another one. Smeargle lead. Okay. So is he actually just gonna lead Groudon now? Like, though he has like Smeargle right there, just chilling. I feel like this time he's definitely gonna lead Smeargle, right? Either way, I think Rayquaza is fine because I can surf into extreme speed and KO him, as he's probably just gonna set up webs regardless. So we'll do that. Yeah, Smeargle lead comes through. Actually, he can Spore us, can't we? We should have led Kartana, definitely. Would you go for Spore? I don't think you would. I mean, we're gonna scout for it definitely because our Rayquaza is really good in this. Yeah, so he does go for the Spore. That's perfectly fine. Any attack of mine will to a KO, so we'll just go for Leaf Blade. I think it's fine. Even if Groudon comes in, we're fine there. As you set up Nuzzle. Okay, that's fine. As he unfortunately outspeeds us even at Scarf. So unfortunately we gave him our Kartana. We let him get up a web and then we gave him Kartana, but we'll be able to defog later. As this one comes in, and unfortunately his Ultra Necrozma, or his Necrozma Dustmane I might say, will stop our Xerneas sweep for now, so we need to get damage on that. We need damage on Groudon, but after that we can do more of the same and win with our Xerneas. Okay, so basically, this mon comes in, and I want to go Yveltal and then double to Lottie, because I think Dark Pulse is coming out. You have to Dark Pulse here, don't you? You have to Dark Pulse. Heat Wave, huh? That's funny. I don't think I want to sack this at all. I think he's still good to keep alive. As I'll double to Laddie right now, yeah. So, and then we can Mega and then just get the, well, against Groudon, I think we just start with Draco, don't we? And we just, what's wrong starting with Draco? Nothing KOs us after. Like, if he switches out, nothing KOs us. So we'll just drop a Draco on him and see how much it does to Groudon. Decent damage, I might say, and that's how much we need him weakened for, as he misses Fire Blast, unfortunately for him. But it wouldn't have done that much. Like, I mean, that's a fire attack on a Latios. But anyway, yeah, I think that's really good damage that we need on the Groudon for our Xerneas that I was telling you about. Even though our Xerneas is weak, I probably shouldn't have, like, we just don't have really good answers for Yveltal on this team, as we'll defog again. And if he rocks again, then we'll, or if he attacks us, then we'll switch out and just let him keep up rocks for a little while, which is fine, because this Mon can't really do too much to Latios, it seems. Yeah, Fire Blast is his best attack to hit us. Jesus! Nice crit, man. Now I have to roost and stay in for another turn as you get up your rocks again. Alright, cool. Justice. Nice Justice. Go ahead and miss me with that. That's funny. So, it's funny that on this we could have just gone hard Rayquaza. But, I mean, at this point, we can just keep Rayquaza Sash up, and that might be very good for us. Against, like, maybe Yveltal. It's unfortunate that I don't think that the next Draco will KO him. You know what, let's just try and beat this 1v1. As it actually does, I get the roll. That's funny. Because it did 63 before, so it was exactly half to try and pick off him with a KO. But we do it, so that's amazing for us. Do you Calm Mind with this? I don't know what you do with this Mon. This is very scary. As long as we have Sash Rayquaza though, then we can deal with him. So against Necrozma, I believe we have to switch out. I think we'll just sack Kartana until, if you Calm Mind up, it's fine. Or Swords Dance up, either way. We just sack this Mon and go Rayquaza and try and beat him. I guess if he was Calm Mind, it would have been an issue, but hindsight is 20/20, right? So we'll just go for knockoff as he Ultra Bursts, and you can do that all you want. I have a Sash Mon, plus you take big damage from that. Take any more, and yeah, Extreme Speed will KO you. It doesn't ohko him from here, but either way. So he's actually a physical one, which is interesting, I might want to say. Well, time to do your job. Clock into work. Time to do your job. I want to Extreme Speed twice, just because I know it KOs him, but I also, at the same time, I just want to make sure that we KO him first so he doesn't, like, bother with switching out or anything. Then again, he's kind of low. So, what does this do? Let's calc this. Let's actually calc this just to make sure. In fact, there's no way, because I don't have any attack investments. So yeah, we just have to hit the Draco, don't we? We're min, we hit Dracos around here. Around these parts, we hit Dracos. Ain't that right, Rayquaza? That's crazy! Every time I hype up something, you freaking miss. Man, that's so annoying. That is so annoying. What is that? What actually is that? Help me, please. And now I think we just lose to this because he's definitely. You have to have a. Yeah, he said Lamau, bro. How toxic. That's funny. And now, yeah, we just lose to this thing, don't we? I think we just lose to this because you can go for any attack to KO us at all, and every single thing will KO us. Unfreaking fortunate. Remember when I won the game, like, hands down? Remember when I completely outplayed everything, defogged away the hazard, and then, like, beat the ground on 1v1, only to get, like, miss and then just die to this? So our other thing we can do is Ultra Burst and win the speed tie. Go ahead and win the speed tie. I deserve it. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I deserve it. Nothing better than that. Nothing better than nice, clean justice. And we're still going to lose to the Yveltal now. We're still going to lose to the Yveltal. I don't want you to get all hyped up for me, because we're still going to lose to that. So which is less useful, because we're just going to go into our Xerneas and click Moonblast afterward, regardless. So I think we have to sack something, and this dies. I think Groudon is more useful. It beats Kyogre depending on who switches in first, and it beats, it can hit Arceus really hard. So perhaps we should go for, perhaps we should just attack here and just let him kill us. I mean, we're faster because he's not Scarf. Interesting. That's funny. So he's not Scarf at all. That's actually good knowledge, because I think Dark Pulse into, Oblivion Wing, that is, into Sucker Punch will KO us, won't it? I think so. Can we not End Drain on this? And then get some recovery on his Sucker Punch? I don't know. I'm not sure at all. I'm not too sure. I think we can just go this and Moonblast regardless. But I want to Geomancy up. I think we have to make I think it's a 50-50 here. Because if we Geomancy, then End Drain, I think we live the next hit from him. Most likely. Because the Heat Wave actually did a lot. I think we'll just Geomancy to start on his Dark Pulse. And then we'll see if he has the Sucker Punch. He doesn't have it. That's interesting. Oh, he just doesn't have it, does he? Okay, well, at that point, I guess I should have just, yeah, because he's just going to go for E-Speed here and KO us. I don't think Groudon can, yeah, so we switched in first, and Groudon can't do it. So we unfortunately lose this game, hands down. Well, he was SD anyway, so I think he beat us regardless, because he was Arceus Ground. Yeah, there was no winning that regardless, because he was Arceus Ground. Like, I might have misplayed, but either way, we weren't going to win. So that's unfortunate. Remember when we missed our Draco, and that would have let us keep Rayquaza, keep Lottie. I wouldn't have just sacked it because I got tilted. But either way, it's fine. So I think a good lead right here would be... Nah, we're always leading. We're always leading, yeah, Rayquaza, aren't we? I was going to say we lead probably the Xerneas because it's good against everything except for Groudon. But if he leads Groudon and then we don't lead Rayquaza, I'll feel sad every single time. So Rayquaza is our lead of choice, and go ahead and lead with that Groudon. You see it right there. It's the best modern Ubers. He leads a Vettel, so that's another good choice on his part. We'll go ahead and drop a Draco on him. As what happens? Nice Draco. Okay, good damage. And does E-Speed pick up the KO? So now we will calc. Okay. We will definitely calc this, as we're 337. 337 attack. I have like 3 calcs open. So Rayquaza. Mixed Wall Breaker at 0. And a Vettel. Choice Scarf. E-Speed is doing 27 to 33. And that is definitely enough. Nice E-Speed, nice KO. So Lee Rayquaza putting in work. It anti-leads everything with the Focus Sash. I think I should probably have more Focus Sash users on this team, right? That sounds good. And we're actually, since we know he's going for the E-Speed, we're just going to go Kartana. Because you definitely go for Judgment? Wow, that's funny. That's really funny. Hard Judgments. I guess he knew that we had the drops. He definitely knew that we had the drops from the attack, as we're Scarfed, but we pick up big damage on this Mon, which is obviously very good for us. What do we go out to now? I think Necrozma and Ultra Burst is fine. Let's see. Alternatively, I could go Necrozma. So you have Judgment, E-Speed. Yeah. Wait, regular Necrozma beats this. And I think we can just set up on this and win. Because we outspeed, unless you're Scarf Xerneas. Because your rock move doesn't do too much to us. We're gonna go for it. Does this thing carry, like, it's Ice Beam? You don't have, like, Earthquake or anything. This Mon doesn't get that. So, Willow. Oh, yeah, but we're special. We're special, yeah. So we just win. I think if I set up one more... Is that greedy? No, because we live Xerneas' hit regardless. And we're faster than Salamence. And we have the Earth Power for Groudon. No, we just win the game. I think we just Ultra Burst here and win the game. He doesn't have his Vettel anymore, so we can just Photon Geyser. Ferrothorn. So does Z-Move KO him after that? Let's see, that's 100, and this one does 200. So it'll do double this. It'll do 58. Carry the 1. So we still need one more boost. Unfortunately. So I think we don't win the game here. In that case, I think we want to switch out, don't we? Because he's going for Gyro Ball. Let's see. Yeah, we definitely want to keep this alive. Sadly, we don't win the game there. As we'll go Groudon right now. Yeah, so Gyro Ball came out, and this might not have been the best play because we don't have anything to retaliate. We don't have Fire Move. You might think we have Fire Move, though. Either way, we'll Swords Dance into Salamence, and then we'll Rock Tomb him. Very good. He thinks we made a play, but that was our only play since we didn't have the attack to hit him as he Dragon Dances. And this is why we have Rock Tomb, by the way, because when the Salamence sets up on you, you can lower his speed, and then he can't just boost past you ignorantly as he KOs himself. Very good. So we get rid of that Mon. I should have gone for Rocks there, but I mean, who would have thought he would have? Like, who knows if he's gonna Double Edge, return, any of that stuff. So that wasn't a prediction to make. Anyway, Arceus Rock comes back, and Judgment picks up the KO. And I could just go Necrozma and Earth Power, I think is fine. Because if you go back to this, then it's no longer switching for my Calm Mind. And we still have our Z move. So I think that that's the play. I do believe. Maybe? Question mark? Our Xerneas is looking really good after we kill the Groudon, by the way. So we'll just do that. We'll click that Earth Power. It will KO the... Yeah, so he goes hard Ferrothorn once again. As, remember, that's not a switch anymore. Actually, we get the Spadef drop right now. So I think... Wait a minute. At that point, doesn't Z-Move KO because of his drops? Minimize this, so... Ultra Necrozma. Where is it? Excuse me, I was sneezing. So, anyway, Ultra Necrozma at 252 versus Ferrothorn. and that might be your set, I do believe. So, Photon Geyser. Click that Z. It's Shattered Psyche though. So we have to put the item on, don't we? Ultra Necrozium Z. Light that burns the sky. And then at -1 Spit F though. Yeah, it does 64. That's how much time do we have? Yeah, so it does 60. It has a chance to KO. I'm not sure, guys. I'm really not sure. It'll do 29. Screw it, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. We're going in, guys. We're going in. Oh, he lives. No. Oh, wait, that did 0. What did that do 0? Wow, I got all wound up for nothing. That's crazy. I literally thought that would have KO'd. Wow, we could have just Calm Minded and won. As your Scarf Xerneas for certain. You saw how quickly he brought that freaking Xerneas in? That's insane. Yeah, we're going Rayquaza and just sack that off. He went Scarf Xerneas. What? What, huh? Oh, I'm mad now. I'm upset. Oh, no, 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 no. I think we just lost to that. Wow. He's smart to do that regardless. As... yeah, Power Herb Xerneas, I think, just wins the entire game. What did I have for Power Herb Xerneas? Kartana? Kartana died. Well, I think we found something else that we're weak to. Huh. So I think we just had to Photon Geyser there for damage. I shouldn't have risked that he would be this set. And I did that. I did just that, and look how it turned out for me. So I guess I'm still learning in this tier. It's very annoying that that happened to me. As I mean, if I'd have known that, I don't know why I was so afraid of Ferrothorn. I could have just Calm Minded right there and then won the game, because I would have thought that I lived the attack from Xerneas with enough Calm Minds, and basically I could have just won there. He doesn't even have Groudon, by the way. That's funny. So either way, we'll lead I think we lead our own. As do you have Defog? Your Defogger is your I think Xerneas gets it, but no one runs that. So I think it's your Yveltal, which is just gonna take damage if it switches in. So we're just gonna set up our rocks and try and weaken everything and win with our Xerneas. And we're just going balls to the wall right now. We're just not even gonna worry about anything else anymore, because apparently I'm being too much of a scaredy cat in this tier, if I want to say that. And basically, I just need to focus on my team, my strong mons, and setting up as early as possible, looking for the ways to win, and just planning a map out to our success. And that's all we can really do. So I'm gonna stop being afraid of his team, and that's our game plan for this match. So we'll see what he wants to do. We're just gonna set up rocks and go in order. Set up rocks, start KOing some things, set up, and then we're going to win. That's my prediction anyway. So we'll see what he wants to do. Come on, buddy. What do you got? Mike 9876. What do you got? That's a strong mon you got over there with mini attacks. You can choose any of them, but you gotta choose now. As he goes hard Yveltal. Do Defog, maybe? I think we can go Xerneas and then click Moonblast is fine, because he doesn't have his Aegislash is his Moonblast switch-in. You could also Rock Tomb. You either Defog or Dark Pulse, either which is fine for us. Toxic, okay. I'm fine with that. As we'll just hard Moonblast right now. Toxic Yveltal. Nice way to not get anything out of the turn. Like, if you can Toxic us, but either way, like, this metagame is so fast, right, that Toxic, or my team anyway, is so fast that Toxic isn't going to do too much, as Dialga is his switch-in. This is going to take a chunk. Yeah, nice chunk. So, that was his switch-in, and I think I guess he'd be max speed on this. Kartana probably eats. I kind of want to keep Kartana at full, though. But what else eats? Like, where else is my switch-in? This isn't a switch-in, by the way, but I don't even know what Dialga runs. I'm perfectly in the dark about this, but I think you would go for a steel move against this. So we'll go Kartana. If he's a special attacker, like, I honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played against Dialga. It's Flash Cannon, yeah, so they're special. I shouldn't have gone to this, which is fine, but we end up living regardless, and we'll just go for Sacred Sword. not worry about this mon anymore. If he goes hard Marshadow, it's a good play, and we will take our lickings if he goes to that. But either way, I'm surprised we lived. Like that's a Dialga over there, and we have 99 special defense. Look at that, not even triple digit special defense, and he has stab time mon versus Kartana. That's crazy. But either way, do any other of my attacks KO? I don't think so. Like we're just gonna go for Sacred Sword. As he takes a long time to decide, doesn't he? He is always there should not be this much time on the timer. It should be 60 seconds max, like definitely. And if you take more than that, then like what are you even doing? 60 seconds is enough time to calc, think about your play, discuss it with your friends. We can try and address, twirl around in it, ask your friends if you look fat, all that stuff, and like you don't need more than that. So he goes Marshadow right now. Groudons are switching, definitely. Obviously we want to keep this mon alive for possible Kyogre. We can Leaf Blade through his team after that. Close Combat comes through, and I think Rock's Tomb is our play. As if he stays in, it's difficult for us. We'll Rock Tomb. We'll just Rock Tomb right now. Actually, would you even want to go a battle? Yeah, we'll make the play, I guess. We'll just make the play. Rock Tomb is going to do big damage to this anyway and put him in range of something else. Possibly from our, yeah, so he goes a battle right now. So we made the play, which is good. As that's good damage. And lower speed. You didn't need all that speed. Definitely never needed that speed. We can keep this alive for possible Marshadow is probably gonna have, I guess it's Scarf the way he played it, because he went for close combat, and he brought it in on a Kartana, and then went for close combat. I think he might be Scarfed, and I think that this is not Scarfed at that point, because you have Toxic, unless you're Scarf Toxic, of course, which doesn't make any sense. Well, it doesn't make much sense. Like, you could be Scarf Toxic, I guess. Either way, we'll Rock Tomb, as we actually, yeah, so he wasn't Scarf, and we were faster after that, and Rock Tomb picks up the KO, which is good for us. Remember what I said about not being afraid of his mon? Like, we're just clicking the attacks that makes the most sense to us, as it made the most sense for him to switch out with his Marshadow, and I'm just falling back on my knowledge of the game, basically, is what I'm going to do from now on. And since I'm new to the tier, I thought I would have to like overthink a bunch of things, and it's just not worth doing any of that, to be perfectly honest. It's just not worth it. So against Kyogre, we just go Laddie. Laddie's like not that great up here, I might want to add. Like, it doesn't beat anything. It like kind of switches into Kyogre. Actually, this one's much less offensive than the other one. Since Ice Beam's going to come out, do we just weaken this, I think? Let's see. I think we just weaken this with Thunderbolt. Picked up some decent damage, I want to say, on that. And then we'll go Kartana. I think we can just click the attack on him. Alternatively, we can just go back to Groudon. And I think we live Ice Beam. Only one way to find out. Groudon. This is actually defensive, so we're not that. So anyway, Kyogre. I put Uber Calm Mind, and Ice Beam actually does a chunk to us. If he's like, I mean, we know he's not offensive, but either way, like, it's still, that says 67%, and like, that's offensive, but I think that his set will still do the 56 that we're at. So either way, what would you be? I think we can just go this, and we can keep the Rayquaza alive for, like, what going Kartana means is that he can't go Xerneas and try and set up. So I think we'll just do that and Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade sounds fine, as he will most likely go Marshadow afterwards. If we actually pick up a KO on Kyogre, he'll go Marshadow afterwards, and we can deal with that just fine. We'll probably even stay in and try and sack this. And if you go, I think Aegislash is a really good play, as he does make the Aegislash play. We didn't want to knock off because I don't think it was worth trying to deal with that Seems like some business. Groudon, make sure we don't lose to Marshadow, but we also have Xerneas, so we'll just go Groudon right now. What do you go for? Shadow Ball, Swords Dance. Okay, so I think we live the... Don't quote me on that, but I think we live Shadow Sneak, of course. Groudon's Earthquake will pick up a KO if we live. We'll definitely KO something. King Shield, yeah, we don't care about that. We was hoping we'd like Fire Punch or something, like an idiot. But, I mean, they all carry Earth Move. Like, they literally all carry Earth Move. So, Shadow Sneak comes out. We pick up the KO on that, and that opens up the door for our Xerneas. So we're just keeping him on the defensive, I want to say. Just going to keep him on his toes and try and just win the game. We're just trying to win the game. That's all we're trying to do. Nothing more. As you see his timer, like, yeah, dude, freaking make your plays. Like, screw this guy. This guy doesn't freaking know how to make his plays within a reasonable amount of time. Spectral Thief KOs us, and we can go into... I think Xerneas and Moonblast is fine. Xerneas and Moonblast seems like a decent idea. It'll pick up a 2-hit KO on something if he switches in, or KO on the Marshadow. We could also boost, but he's Scarf, and he's going to outspeed us with the next Spectral Thief, so if he stays in, then it's a bad play for us. 15 seconds, look at him. Come on, bro. The clock is ticking. Don't nobody have time for that. We pick up the KO on the Kyogre because he was so low. I think Xerneas might come out now. If it does, then I believe getting damage on him will be crucial. So yeah, he goes his own Xerneas now. So here's the moment of truth to see if we actually screwed up the entire game. As Moonblast is our only play as he Geomancies up. As that is not enough damage at all. So I think we might have lost to Xerneas again. This mon is a complete threat and a half. 7 threats, 8 threats. Let's see if Necrozma actually lives. Because in regular we might live a Moonblast. Photon Geyser is our play. Go ahead and Moonblast. We should be able to live that, I think. Because that's basically just a neutral hit at like with no boost. It's like a neutral hit if we weren't Steel. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the point is we will definitely live, as 2 E-Speeds will pick up the KO on that. Very good for us. And only question is, now I think we lose to the Marshadow. Let's see. Is there any way to not lose to Marshadow at this point? I think we've already lost to Marshadow. Like, we can sack Kartana because it doesn't do anything, but I think either way we still lose to it. How much did our E-Speed do to this? I don't think we have a choice either way, but we still need to see. So, let's see. Your set would be... It's Xerneas. E-Speed does 20... Yeah, so it's not going to KO. It does 23 to 27. And he's conveniently at 28 to 29, whatever Showdown decides to round to. Yeah, so I think there's nothing we can do about that at all. Except hope he's not Scarf with Marshadow. I think that's our play. So if we Scarf Marshadow, then we lose. Yeah, Surf into E-Speed knocks us out, or just I could just E-Speed. If he's not, we could just E-Speed, and if he's not HP, then we might KO. As he is definitely, he said that he's supposed to be, and we will go for another E-Speed. And so yeah, like I said, if he's Scarf Marshadow, then we lose, which we really think that he is. Like, why would you not be on this team? Drop a nice Draco, as he KOs us with, I think, just Spectral Thief, right? I think Scarf Kartana is just not fast enough in this tier, because we need something faster than this. We need something faster than Scarf Marshadow on our team. Scarf Marshadow just comes all the way through. Remember I said we were weak to that. So, either way, oh, he wasn't Scarf, but Shadow Sneak was his play. So I think at that point our play was to go Necrozma, and like we could have sacked Kartana and then gone Necrozma. It was basically a 50-50 at that point because we lived. Let's just see if we actually lived Shadow Sneak with Necrozma. At let's see, we were this one. No, we were the other one. I'm sorry. We'll just do this real quick before I go out. And Mars Shadow. Actually, no, we would have had to Ultra Burst. So to outspeed him at that point. So anyway, so that was our set, and then Shadow Sneak did. Yeah, so we lost either way because Shadow Sneak was doing a lot. So we lost that game either way. Remember I said we were weak to Mars Shadow, but hope you guys like the team at least a little bit. It needs work, and I think that Mega Lottie needs to come out and probably put in possibly some screens, just a better Mega, maybe a Salamence just to... I didn't want to use Salamence again because I used Salamence in our last live, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. We didn't do too well this game, but we won one game, so we're fine with that, aren't we? Until next time, SuperJirachi, we're out.